Coaching Radio and TV Network, Kite TV, Receiva Internet Radio, Radio Roku, and New Media Radio and TV. I hope you're enjoying this series as much as I am on wellness in the workplace. We're talking about preventing infectious illness with food today. So, we've already gone over some of the top mucus-forming foods that you want to avoid in order to keep from becoming a germ buffet and getting sick so easily as most people do in America. And so what's next? Next would be eggs. I know that we hear that they're incredible edible and the perfect complete food and everything, and in a way that's true, but they're also very mucus-forming. And so I think that the dairy and the white flour are worse by far, but eggs are still a bit mucus-forming, so you want to watch those and not overdo it if you are going to continue eating them. Be sure that you don't overdo it. Or if you're very sensitive to that sort of thing like me, your body may just not like them at all. It may want you to get off of them completely. And we're told in our culture that we need animal foods to be healthy or to survive. It's baloney, basically. And you can get everything that you need by eating plants. After all, that's where the animals get it from that we eat. So it's all coming from plants ultimately anyway. So eggs are a bit mucus-forming. Not as bad as dairy, at least not for me. You may be different. You may have these in a different order. And then, of course, we have all the different kinds kinds of meat, red, white, blue, purple, whatever. Doesn't matter. They're a bit mucus-forming. Not as bad as the dairy, the white flour, and so forth, but they will still be mucus-forming. And then white sugar. White refined granulated sugar is very mucus-forming. It's also an immunosuppressant. It will weaken your immune system a lot. Often enough to make the difference between you not getting something and getting it. Cold-wise or flu-wise or ear infection or tooth abscess, whatever kind of infection you're concerned about. You can weaken your immune system with sugar enough that you get it when you wouldn't have gotten it otherwise. So sugar is something that we really want to stay away from. If you need something to sweeten your food, I suggest raw unfiltered honey or stevia or real maple syrup. Straight from the maple tree, no caramel color, no corn syrup, none of that, no artificial maple flavoring. Okay, just real maple syrup from a maple tree. Look at the back of the label under ingredients, and if it says anything other than pure maple syrup on your maple syrup, don't get it, because that's garbage. You want pure, whole maple syrup. And it is more expensive, but guess what? It's worth it because it's a food. Corn syrup and caramel color and artificial maple flavor is not a food. It's an imitation of food. So it will have zero nutritional value, no medicinal benefits whatsoever, and it won't help you in any way. And that will be mucus forming as well. So you want the real stuff. And you can even get maple sugar, which is just crystallized maple syrup, which is a lot like, you can do honey the same way, just crystallize it. It doesn't really get hard and powdery like maple syrup does, but you can crystallize honey and use that spread on your toast or however you like to use it. And, of course, you can use the liquid honey in all your recipes as well. It actually makes them come out more moist than sugar. Something made with sugar might be hard and crunchy, whereas something made with honey will be soft and moist and more flavorful and more enjoyable, in my opinion. I love it. So it's an absolute replacement for all this ridiculous white refined garbage. So, go for the real stuff. Or if you must use sugar, use one that's not as refined, like the turbinado or Florida crystals are less refined. Or even better is something like the just evaporated cane juice. They just juice the sugar cane and dry it, and that's it. And there's a bunch of brands. Rapadura is one, Rapunzel, Sucanut. All of those, they would be even a step up. Really, the ideal, if you're going to use sugar, is just to go out into the field, cut a piece of sugar cane, juice it, or mash it, and just use it like that. That's a healthy, health-building, healing food. When we take it and refine it and process it and take all the nutrients out and kill it, it becomes a disease-causing food. So just keep that in mind when you're making your menu selections and you're ordering at the restaurant or the cafeteria, wherever it is that you eat at work. And if you've got mucus in your body and you want to get rid of it, we already talked a little bit about the lemon and the cayenne pepper. You can even put a little cayenne pepper in your lemon water, and that will help cut mucus very powerfully. There are also several herbs, like lobelia. Lobelia inflata is the Latin name, and you make a vinegar extract of this. That's the way it extracts best. You can buy alcohol extracts, but the vinegar extract is really the best if you're going to be using lobelia. It's more soluble in vinegar than in alcohol. And lobelia will help mostly with mucus in the lungs. That's its special.